It's easy to say what we're against, but what is it that we're fighting for?
I'd like things to be more of a simple life, without all the stress and the pressures that the world has today. Say like Mary Poppins or Beatrix Potter. No stress like the way society drives us. I want everybody to get on and be happy together. And everybody to have enough money to house and feed themselves. But no crime, no guns, no drugs. But most importantly, not to have to worry.
I think most people just don't want to have to worry. They want to have time for their friends. And they want a job that's worthwhile. But most of all, they just want to be nice to each other.
I don't think people want much more than to be happy. Not to have to worry about things, not to be fighting.
A planet that isn't being burnt up and polluted for future generations.
I think most people want other people to be happy as well.
Yeah, we can't have a mindset where some people are seen as more worth than others and some people are worth nothing at all.
People who make these decisions should ask themselves, is this what I would want for my family? Will they be safe, happy, healthy and successful? Will they be able to contribute to the improvement of others, to society, to the community at large?
At the moment, the only question that's asked is, how much money will I make out of it?
Universal discredit is all worry, all guilt. It's like you're only worthwhile if you're actually making money for someone.
The future has got to be about building stronger communities and a better society.
Working class communities have a strong tradition of community, of helping each other, of building things, be it social clubs, choirs, bands, strikes, together.
That's why Unite Community is a good idea. It's about organising people at community level, whether they've got a job or not. I think it's such an interesting idea.
What do we want? Well, the first thing is, we must retain this £20.
The next thing to do is to get people to understand that universal credit is just a part of a bigger system that divides people, pits neighbour against neighbour, when we should be standing together, united.
I think universal basic income's a really interesting idea.
Technology and automation are an enormous opportunity for us to change things. Either the benefits go to the billionaires, which leaves a huge mass of people with nothing to do and precarious lives, or we share the benefits out across the nation, across the planet.
People could have time for each other, for learning, art, study, civilization.
Nobody wants to be poor. Nobody needs to be poor. But equally, nobody needs to be so obscenely rich.
People need to believe that things can change. They need to see that the national health, maternity leave, paid holidays, workers' rights, free education, they were all won. They were not given.
People have to understand that to win back these rights and to gain new ones, it has to be a collective struggle. People are strong when they stand together. They win when they're united.
We have to think long term. How would we like things to be for our children and grandchildren? How will they live their lives? And what will the planet be like?
Workers' rights need returning. We want quality jobs, not just any job.
We need a state that plays a significant role. We need nationalised travel, utilities, banks. We need all of this to be achieved. It's not right just leaving it to market forces. That's catastrophic.
Young people have fantastic ideas about how the world could be improved. We just don't listen to them often enough.
Coming from a mining community, in a mining family, I benefited enormously from a really strong sense of pride and identity.
Our education system needs to enable our children to be able to shape a fairer, more sustainable world. It isn't enough to focus on employability to make profits regardless of human and environmental costs.
Lifelong learning is so important, and you should abolish private schools. That's just a way of buying an advantage.
People should have the right to have the full range of their abilities developed and recognised and celebrated right across their lives.
If this government is an example of the top schools and universities, then God help us.
COVID has shown us that you can use the economy to meet the needs of many, or you can use it to line the pockets of your mates.
Some people will work through the Labour Party. Some people will put their energies into Black Lives Matter or Extinction Rebellion.
Or get involved in the Unite community.
Or help out at the food banks, or do all of these.
People need to know that you feel better for thinking about the situation and doing something about it.
I understand why people tune out. Maybe drink, or do a bit of blow. But it's no good. It takes you nowhere.
I love the campaigning, the organising and helping. It makes me feel alive. I've met a lot of positive people.
Sometimes it feels hard, but standing up for yourself and your community and learning what unites people mean that these people have not beaten me.
Before we finish, can I just tell you this story from nature which might explain why election after election people are voting for governments which are destroying all the things that would do them good. It's about a liver fluke.
The life cycle of the fluke worm. Fluke's eggs are excreted in the host's feces, which are then eaten by snails. Yum, yum, yum. The snail coughs them up in balls of mucus. The fluke-laden slime balls are then eaten by ants. The fluke wiggles their way into the ant's brain. The fluke causes the ant to climb to the top of a blade of grass and sit motionless. The ant then gets eaten by a grazing animal.
Ah, see, so the liver fluke is a parasite that lives on the back of the hard-working ant.
And the ant supports the lifestyle of the parasitic fluke and doesn't know what's going on at all.
That's you, that is.
Actually, that's all of us.